Hello there.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Cantina Social Hour Friday night. It is great to be here. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me here in the Cantina. Really looking forward to it. A few things to talk about tonight. Been a little bit of a slow toy news week, but nonetheless, there's always something worth discussing when it comes to toys, when it comes to collecting, and what it is that brings us back to these little pieces of plastic that inhabit our homes and our collections and our lives. So we're going to do it. Before we do that, I just want to let you guys know we'll be back next week, same time, 6:30 p.m. Pacific for Cantina Social Hour. There is a chance I may be taking a slight little hiatus. Next week is actually our very last week at work before we let the kids off for summer. So I may be taking a very slight break myself. But I'll let you guys know next week if and when exactly that's going to be. But second thing up, I am a little under the weather. My voice isn't great right now. I've been a little under the weather for the last several days. And if you see me muting and drinking liquids and hydrating and taking cough drops, that's why. So show may be a little bit shorter than normal. It just depends on how I'm feeling, basically. So apologies in advance. But thank you guys for being here. Genuinely, really appreciate it as always. The Cantinians are the reason we come back to this every single week. So that being said, let's see who's in the house with us so far tonight. Dodgson is with us, our resident mixer over at the soda fountain. The bar is open for early birds. Let's get the social hour started with a few drinks. Yes, let Dodgson know your soda fountain order. Our moderator, Adam, is with us. Greetings. Hello, Adam. Thank you for moderating as always. We appreciate you keeping the peace here in the Cantina, though it's pretty much always peaceful, I would say. But nonetheless, it's great to be prepared. So thank you. Let's see here. We got David Matthews with us. Happy Friday to you, David. Good to see you. Thank you for being in here with us this evening. We got Pico B1. Hey, Pico B1. Good to see you as always. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And he's got his drink order in. Awesome. Let's see here. We got our friend Britt. Hey, Britt, how's it going? How are you doing? I'm reading your guys. I'm reading the little side conversations. I love it. We got our friend Mary with us. Hey, Mary, how's it going? Good to see you, Mary. Allison is with us. Hello, Allison. William is with us. Hello, William. Char the Unicorn is here with us. What is up? Let all the little monsters out into the world. Yeah, I'm good with that. Let's do it. Alex is with us. Local collector, Alex. Good to see you as always. The horses are off to the races. Good stuff, you guys. All right. So we're going to talk tonight some Hot Toys news, anything that basically has been blogger photos, announcements since we were last on last Friday. talk a little bit about what Hot Toys is, what we theorize their thinking is with some of the recent decisions, some good, some kind of frustrating. If you know, you know. And then we've got figure of the week, toy of the week, rather. I got something right here for that. And then, of course, we'll cap it all off with new acquisitions, brand new things added to our collections since we were last live. And then, of course, at that point, you guys will be able to tell me what's new in your collections, too. All right. So without further ado, returning to the Cantina here tonight, Cantina Social Hour, Friday night, this 30th of May, 2025. We've got Susan Damon returning. Susan, how is it going?
Hi, everyone. How's it going? I'm good. It's just the heat is starting to come to California, so it's getting a little
Yes,
warmer these days. So
it
yeah.
is. It is.
So
I actually have the
all
AC
the
running.
water.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I actually had to turn the AC on when I got home. I was like, ooh, it's warm in here.
And you're in
But
SoCal, so it's probably even warmer down there.
it's probably like 75. It was like
Oh,
75
it's
today.
actually warmer here because it's like 88 or something like that
Oh,
where I
wow.
am. Yeah.
I'm just sensitive, I guess, to
No,
it.
I am too, because even 75 is too hot for me. So anyway, enough about the weather. Let's talk toys.
Let's talk toys. Well, thanks again for being here.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've had you on the Cantina, but we're
I
grateful that you're
know.
back.
I'm glad to be back. I love the Cantina. Hi, guys.
Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna talk Hot Toys news.
Sure.
We'll talk brand new acquisitions, and then toy of the week. Toy of the week is something I started last week. It's just I pick a random toy and I talk about why it's great. So,
Oh, okay, cool.
so we'll have that as well. But all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up
Sure.
um, the Hot Toys Instagram, and we'll take a look and see what's new there.
Hmm.
Um,
A lot of blogger stuff this week. Like, there's some a lot of like about to release things happening that people are very excited about. So that's cool.
Definitely. All right, so let's take a look here. All right, so this is something that was announced last week, and we didn't cover it, but we're gonna talk about it now. So there's a brand new Lilo and Stitch movie out in theaters, and Hot Toys has taken upon themselves to do a Stitch. I think it's a 1-to-1 scale. It sounds like
It's half scale.
okay, half scale,
Mm-hmm.
half scale.
It's a half
Uh,
scale Stitch.
right on. So, I mean, okay, timely. It makes sense.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this little guy?
I'm not okay. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm like the biggest Lilo and Stitch fan. Like I was obsessed with the cartoon. I was obsessed with like the series that came out. I was obsessed with the anime. Like anything Lilo and Stitch that came out, I was obsessed with. So to be able to get a half scale Stitch is like dream dream for me. I would have liked the full 1-to-1, but also the price point at Sideshow was only $215, so the price point was like on the money. And then I was like, for a half scale Stitch for like 200 something dollars, that's like amazing. So it was like an instant pre-order for me. I saw the movie. It's definitely problematic. I know the internet absolutely hates it, but also like that it doesn't change how much I love all the animated versions that have ever come out. So like Stitch still looks like Stitch, so I still want Stitch. So like I don't regret the pre-order. I'm so happy about it. I love his little sunglasses. I don't know if there's like a picture in there of him in the little sunglasses, but yes, this was like a day one. There he is, must buy pre-order for me, just because I love my Stitch. I even dressed up my cat as Stitch for Halloween last year.
Nice. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks
Yeah.
fun. I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm definitely intending to, especially with summer break
Oh
coming up
yeah,
here
for
soon. But
sure.
yeah, no, it looks cool. It looks fun. And I mean, it's one of those things. Like a lot of the time when there's a new media, regardless of what the franchise is, like they're not always putting things out right when something launches. So the fact that they did this like right as this movie was coming out, I think was a really cool move to see.
Yeah, it was a great, for interactions. Also, they did it before the internet started like hating on parts of the movie. Um, but again, Stitch is Stitch, and like even regardless of how you feel about the rest of the movie and how the adaptation holds up, Stitch is still Stitch. So like I don't think having this figure out changes anything about anyone's love for Stitch. So I feel like it's a good bet to make, like a good gamble if they consider this even a gamble, because they do Disney properties all the time. So, but it's just like, oh, he's so cute. He's so perfect. I can't believe he's half scale. That's just, I'm going to have like a Stitch like this big. That's going to be so cool.
Definitely. It'll definitely be an impressive piece, I'd imagine, to have, especially if you're a Lilo and Stitch fan. I mean, this will be really cool.
I mean, I'm not at that part of my room, like in my office. I have like a huge like Tom Whalen Lilo and Stitch poster that's like usually right behind me, but like I'm not there right now.
Right on. Yeah. Definitely a fun piece. And I love like, I mean, it looks so versatile, like the whole, like the gamut of posing that they've put on
for
here,
sure.
options.
Yeah, you can do like little pup Stitch, or you can do when he's being mischievous. I love it. I think it's a great piece.
Yeah, definitely a fun one. Hello, Brad. Thanks for coming in and saying hi to us.
Hi, Brad.
And our friend John, how's it going, John? Good to see you. Wants to get
definitely get one. Like I said, they're like, if you go to Sideshow, I believe it's only like $215. Like it's not an outrageous price point, because I actually was worried when I saw the scale that the price point was going to be like really high, considering, we've had all the price spikes lately. But this one was super reasonable. Super reasonable.
Yeah. And I'd imagine, like, if you're a kid that has this, you'll probably be the most popular kid on the block.
Right? Because this is like better than just having like a stuffy. This is like having like a real posable Stitch.
Yeah.
Think of it's like a perfect Halloween prop too. Like just you can be Lilo and then you have a Stitch.
Right. Definitely. Hello, Rick. How's it going? TGIF indeed. Cool. Well, this is definitely fun. Let's see, what else do we got? Predator. Any takers for Predator? Brand new Predator figure. This is a 2.0. It's something they have done before. This is the original 87 Predator.
Okay.
So it's you've seen the Schwarzenegger Predator. That's what this is. It's not the Danny Glover Predator. It's the original Schwarzenegger Predator.
So not gonna lie, I can't tell the difference between Predators. They all look the same to me. Like I know there's like a wolf Predator and there's like different versions. I can't tell the difference. They have a cool monster design, and that's what I see across the board. So if anyone wants to give me tips in the comments as to how to tell the difference between Predators, I would love those tips, just so I sound smarter and cooler when I talk about things.
Yeah. I mean, to me, they look the same as well. I mean, the only one that looks different, I remember seeing like a comparison video or something a while back, but once they got to like the newer movies, then they started to change them a little bit more. But I mean, other than that, like, Predator.
I loved Prey. That one, like that movie was really good. But I'm also going to be honest, I don't think I've seen all the Predator movies. I think I saw the first one, and then I saw AVP, and then I saw Prey. So my knowledge of Predator is just inconsistent. But this is a cool looking piece.
Yep. It definitely looks cool. Let's see what else. So it's got the masthead too, so you can use that. What else does it have? The growling. I guess it's a growling portrait. Is that a mask, or is it a different head?
Somebody should clarify that, because it looks the same to me.
Yeah.
I'm sure that it says somewhere. Oh, is that Facebook usually has like the picture that has all the accessories, so you can tell if there's like more than one portrait.
I don't know why they don't put that on Instagram.
Yeah, why don't they put that on Instagram? That would be the easiest thing to look at.
Yeah, it would. But yeah, it looks really cool. It looks really impressive. I'm not too familiar with the original release.
Yeah.
But if this is an upgrade, I mean it's an upgrade. It looks really good. It looks really good.
I'm one of those people who's like not opposed to the re-releases, especially if it's something like a Predator that maybe they definitely have better technology to do like a second time and do better, because this looks like such an intricate figure. I'm sure that like there were some little things that were missing the first time around because they just couldn't do them. But
Yeah.
with an upgrade like this, that I think that it's great, because then you can either upgrade your figure, or if you missed it the first time, you get it for the first time, and that's cool too.
Yeah, I agree. I do like that strategy too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially where it makes sense. Sometimes things don't make a lot of sense.
Sometimes they don't make sense, and sometimes it's like, okay, this is just a cash grab. But I feel like when they actually have a reason and meaning to do the re-release, I think that that's just a good thing for the collectors in general.
Yeah, for sure. Got to give a shout out to Brother Cousins for
Brother Cousins. Hi.
How's it going, BC? Good to see you in the Cantina tonight. Hope you're doing well. Better Bob says Predators is a very good Predator movie. I'm trying to remember, did I see
Is that the Adrian Brody one?
I don't think I saw that one.
If it's the Adrian Brody one, I did not see that one, but I heard the same thing, that it was good, that I should watch it.
I think the last one I saw, like at least in the theater, was Alien versus Predator, and that was like a long time ago now.
Alien versus Predator I saw, but I only saw the first Alien versus Predator, the one in the iceberg. I did not see the other one that was like in a high school or something like that.
Oh, no, I definitely missed that one.
Because that one, I know, I've seen the scene online that had like, there's like a pizza guy, and he's like a teenager, and he gets taken by like an alien into the sewer. I'm probably saying all the wrong things, and all the fans are like, what are you talking about? Anyway, but like I know I've only seen 3. I've seen the original, I've seen the first AVP in the iceberg, and then I saw Prey, which I really liked Prey. I thought that was a very well done movie.
Right on. Thank you, Andrew, for that. Let's see. We aren't missing much. Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Also, Charlie the Unicorn has Neil. He has like bookends of like my favorite internet things. Charlie the Unicorn and Neil.
That's funny. And Jeffrey says, I think the main issue was the overall height of the figure.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because it would need to be a much bigger figure, and maybe it would have been closer to the size of a human, and they're just not that.
Right. Right, definitely. All right, I'm gonna go in order of what's here.
Yeah,
so
sure.
blogger photos for Hera. So yeah, I mean, every time we see the prototype, we see one thing, and then we see the blogger images, and we see another thing, but it's not always the same thing that you see when you get the piece in-house, and you get to see it like for yourself.
For sure.
So what do you think, Susan, about the blogger photos for Hera here?
Now that you zoom in on the face, the paint looks a little bit underdone from the prototype. Like, am I just seeing that? Is it my screen, or does it look like she's wearing like there's something about her face that looks flat to me? But that's
it almost looks a little sallow to me.
Yeah. There's something off about the face, and I can't really put my finger on it. As a whole, though, I am excited for this figure, just because I'm a big Rebels fan, and I'm a Hera stan, and I have my Sabine, and I would love Hera to go with her. Though there is something a little bit off. Also, I don't think the likeness is as spot on, because Sabine's is like spot on.
Right.
That's better. Yeah, but that's at an angle.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Also, she looks like Kristen Stewart in that picture, not Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Doesn't she look like? Yeah. Okay.
You're right. Let's. I'm gonna jump back to that. That's funny you mentioned that.
She does. Doesn't she look like Kristen Stewart in that picture?
Yep.
We don't need sparkly vampires in Star Wars, guys. No sparkly vampires in Star Wars.
I'm surprised they haven't introduced that yet.
Sparkly vampires in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or vampires in general.
Right. Vampires in general. Yeah, looks a little better here, I would say
It looks
too.
better there. I feel like the face on is always a really odd angle. I mean, even on a human being, when you see
Right,
someone like when a picture of them is face on, like I don't think I look like me when it's just like a picture like straight on my face.
right. Yeah, and then the lighting is always a factor, and
Yeah, for
um,
sure, for sure. And then this seems to have more even lighting, so it looks a little bit better. Whereas I feel like the first picture, the lighting maybe was a little harsher on the face.
definitely. Let's see what else. Picture with Sabine.
See, that's a see, I would want that display.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah.
That looks really cool. Um,
And
yeah,
that one looks a little better too.
yeah, definitely looks a
Though it
little
is
better there.
blurry. It is blur like the face isn't the
Yeah,
focus
it
of the
is. It
picture.
is. It is a little bit like slightly out of focus.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, they had to include that photo, of course, of course.
Of course they had to. They had to. That's why like half the people bought the figure. but
Yeah, I
but it
wouldn't
made
doubt
me
it.
realize that I should get Chopper because I don't have Chopper.
Chopper's fun. I know a big complaint was that he doesn't light up or have any like.
Yeah.
I mean, and yeah, I do see that, but I mean, he's fun. I like him. I
Yeah.
like him a good bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, I posted this on my story today because someone realized that K2 and Chopper were both at Yavin at the same time. So definitely
mhm.
war crimes were committed between the two of them. Like we need somehow doesn't have to be live action, could be a cartoon, like the adventures of Chopper and K2, what they did when they were unattended on that base together.
Yes, we do. Um, absolutely. Let's see what else. So,
Again, she to me she looks like Kristen Stewart there.
yeah. I wonder if this is from the same series because sometimes they're like out of
Yeah.
order.
Mm-hmm. That looks closer to because that's the background from the very first picture we saw.
Right. Yeah, that's probably what it is then. It looks pretty good there,
That's
I
the
would say.
only one where she looks like Mary Elizabeth Winstead,
Yeah, I agree.
to me anyway. I
Yeah,
guess I'll see
that's
when
cool
I
photo.
get her.
I guess we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's actually a really nice photo though.
That is a really nice photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really great photo.
That's a nice pose too. I think
Yeah.
I might steal that one.
Yep, that's a good one.
Like that next to Chopper and then
Yep.
Sabine, I think would be a pretty good
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And to
good
have
display.
Sabine like maybe be like a little bit more like ready to like fight and Hera to be like captain stance. That's like
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Chopper again.
he's so cute. I love Chopper. He's so chaotic. He's the best.
Yeah, he's something else. Have you gone all in on the Ahsoka line, or are you kind of more like targeting certain ones?
I target certain ones all the time. Like I always go with the ladies, can't get enough of my ladies, but it's just like I can't do all of them. Yeah, like also budget wise, it's always hard to do all of them. But I got my Rebels girls is what I focused on because I already
Nice.
have an established Rebels collection, so it just made sense to be able to like kind of upgrade it to like a 6 scale Hot Toys
Mm-hmm.
display because before they're all just like little things and now it can be like
Right.
more of a full display, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you there. I same thing for me with the Ahsoka line. I've been definitely buying all the ladies,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of just picking and choosing. Like I got Thrawn, um,
Okay.
and Chopper, and I did have Captain Enoch and the troopers, the two night
Mm.
troopers, but I ended up letting them go to a better place. Just because with everything coming out, it's like
Also,
sometimes you just got to scale back just a little bit.
Captain Enoch freaks me out. I can't have that mask in my house. He's like his design is so cool looking. Like it's such a good design and a great visual. But like I love horror movies, but I also don't collect horror collectibles because there's some things that I just can't have it like staring at
Mm.
me. Um, and Captain Enoch's face is one of them. I just can't have it staring at me. It would freak me out.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I have some minor things like I have figures of the Universal monsters, like for example, but
Oh, I have a like a Wolfman statue. Like that's my like big scary thing, I guess.
right.
I have two actually because I have one from The Howling. It's werewolves, but I also they're not displayed like ever. Like I take them out for like maybe Halloween and then they go away again because I can't all of a sudden turn around and have like a wolf staring at me. That's just like not okay. I'm a jumpy person. I'll just jump.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you there. I don't really have anything scarier than I guess the Universal monsters, but for the most part, looking around, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Um, Rick says I've only skipped Marok from the Ahsoka line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Marok is definitely skippable, I would say.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember who that is.
That's how great he was.
Yeah, I was like, I can't place him, and I've watched the whole show twice. I can't place who that is. That's so embarrassing.
Marok was the Inquisitor that turned into like green dust.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's skippable. You can skip him.
Yeah,
You can skip him.
definitely
That's fine.
skippable.
Yeah.
All right. So other than Hera, let's see what else do we got here. Ah, Ahsoka.
Young Ahsoka.
Young Padawan Ahsoka.
Actually,
Cool.
I did skip this one, but I feel like I could still I think she's still available, so I don't know if I'll skip her forever.
Yeah, I did pre-order this one. But and then I started having second thoughts. I'm like, well, what I mean, she's gonna kind of be by herself, like, but then
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
how I felt. I was like, but then they released the Anakin
Right.
that goes with her, and I also skipped, so I skipped both of them, and then I'm like, hmm, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like for me, I'm trying to be more because I mean I've at this point I have so many of these things. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to be more like being able to build a scene or recreate a moment from what's on screen.
and
And like
totally agree with that. Totally agree with that.
yeah, and I mean I don't know if I guess I'd put her with Anakin. I mean I guess that's the only way you could do it. But
Yeah,
and
because
then if
also like,
Captain
you know,
Rex, yeah, that would
yeah,
work.
Captain Rex, and then because I mean, I think of her as being like animated at this point. And while I think Adriana Greenblatt did an amazing job, like capturing Ahsoka's essence, especially from that time period that we all know so well because we all loved the Clone Wars cartoon. Um, I think she did a great job of capturing like who Ahsoka is at that point. I also like I still think of her as being animated when she's this age. So my version would be her animated at this age, not live action, which I know is weird, but
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
it is a weird thing, but it's understandable too because I mean that's she was animated before she was ever live action.
Right.
Um, Brother Cousin says she's a must-have. She looks great.
Yeah, I think she looks great too. And like when they released, and I was like very like about her when the prototype was released, but honestly, seeing these blogger photos, like a lot of times, you pre-order something based off the prototype because the prototype looks so good, and I was like iffy on her prototype, but I think the blogger photos actually make her look better almost than the prototype even made her look. It's like they didn't really know how to pose her in the prototype pictures. I don't remember what it was that turned me off to them, but like I wasn't a huge fan, and then I these ones just look great.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they do. Charlie's predicting this is going to be a long-term Chase figure.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Mary says, I'm going to pose her with. Put her with.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that could work for
That's a
sure.
good one.
Yeah, that reminds me. I forgot that all those Jedi are coming. Oh man.
Yeah, so many Jedi. So the two that I have no idea what to do with, and maybe you guys can help me, is that so I got the murder droids because I'm a huge Dr. Aphra fan. I love her in the comics, but obviously she doesn't have like a live action or even animated version yet that they can really make a figure of. But I got the murder droids because I felt like if there's ever a Dr. Aphra that comes out, I want her droids to be with her. Like they have to be. But right now I haven't even unboxed them yet because I don't know how to display them without her because they just look like I feel like most people will come in and see them and be like, what's wrong with 3PO and R2? Like, you know, like without the context, they just look like black 3PO and R2 with like murder fingers and stuff.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's look at some more photos of Ahsoka here.
Yeah.
High-fiving.
I was like, that's a weird pose. I'm surprised you picked that picture because that's a very strange pose. I get what they were going for, but the pose doesn't exactly
doesn't
work.
It does not work whatsoever. Yeah, I'm not going to leave it. I don't like it.
I was like, especially with that flat facial expression where she looks like she's not having a good time. That just like, that's not fun. Like,
right.
There's so many things wrong with that pose.
Yes, more than we could say.
Yep.
This one looks cool.
Yeah, that one looks cool.
I like the grip. The grip's nice on the hilt.
Mm-hmm.
Likeness looks nice in this photo too.
It does look nice. And I like her as an actress. I think that she was great in Barbie. She was great as this. She's great she's even great when she was a kid and as young Gamora. So,
right.
You know?
Definitely. So one thing I was reading people were complaining about was the lightsaber hilts being like really big. And it sounds like perhaps they just reused the ones from the previous Ahsoka from Clone Wars Season 7. What do you think? Like looking at this photo here, I mean, I kind of see that. It does. I
kind of see what they're talking about. Yeah, I totally see that they probably did not adjust them at all.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I see it, and
it does look very odd. Like when. It's something that when I scrolled through these, I'm going to be honest, I didn't notice it at all. But now that it's been pointed out to me, I'm never going to unsee it.
Yep. Yeah. Like when you show this part of the photo, like, okay.
Oh, yeah. Great. But then you scroll down and the lightsaber keeps going.
And scroll. And scroll.
No. Yeah. I get it. That's a valid complaint.
Yeah, it is. Charlie says, it looks like one of your early Disneyland lightsaber hilts.
Oh, man.
Share.
I'm still mad about... Oh, no, I'm still... Because I got, like, the Disneyland Princess Leia when it first came out. And mine, not only is it, like, really big, but it had the curling of the, like the pearlescent part curled off. Luckily, even though I had gotten it, like, a year ago, like I got it when it first, well, to be honest, it was gifted to me by my boyfriend, but he gave it to me when it first came out, and then we went to Disneyland a year later and I brought it with me and they swapped it for a new one that didn't have a problem, like swap for swap. They didn't ask any questions or anything like that. They just knew it had a problem and gave me the new one.
Sorry, did you say pearlescent?
Like the on Leia's lightsaber, there's like those, it's like that part that looks like it's pearl.
The pearl inlay part, yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what I was trying to say. That part curled up and curled out of the hilt.
Yeah, that happened to a few people.
Yeah, but Disneyland swapped it out. No questions asked.
But you said the magic word pearlescent. Magic word.
Is that a magic word?
It is. Check it out. Can we hear it? Can you hear it?
Oh, is that what the noise was? When I didn't know what that... I was like, oh, I'm just going to keep talking because I don't know what that noise is or if I'm supposed to acknowledge it. That's amazing.
The word of the day, yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
it's like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
It
You're
is
like,
like Pee Wee's Playhouse. I was just like, it's like, yeah, it totally is Pee Wee's Playhouse. That's so funny. But yeah, no, I heard the noise and I was like, oh, that's weird, and then just kept talking because I'm used to not having to acknowledge anything when I do lives, so I'm just like, I'm just gonna ignore this noise and hope that it wasn't me that did it.
yeah, no, that's the song Pearlescent.
That's amazing. Oh, that's your
Um,
song.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I don't think anybody has said the word Pearlescent. That's why I was like, oh, Pearlescent. I know
That's
that one.
amazing.
Um,
Yeah, everyone go check out that
I'm a
song. I've
dork.
listened to that song. So like, yay, everyone go get it.
Nice. Let's see what else do they got here. Ooh, a fight. Fight
See,
with.
that one looks cool. I mean, you can still, they're hiding the lightsaber like behind the knee, but
Oh yeah, you can't see it. Yeah, and it's one-handed, so it doesn't look quite as bad. I
yeah.
guess. Yeah, I guess is that a Mandalorian soldier? One of
I
Maul's
think
Mandalorians.
so. Or
Um,
another clone, like a bad clone. That, oh my God, it looks so bad in that one that you just showed. Look how huge that looks.
oh yeah, it
That's
does.
like it looks like it's almost her whole arm. Like the length of her, you can tell how big it is there.
That's
But that pose is rad. The lightsaber hilt being too big wrecks it. But like look at that, how cool that pose is.
it is a cool pose. It is a really cool pose, actually. But yeah, it almost looks like a flat iron. Like you kind of see like the seam like there. That's like
That she's doing her liku before she goes into battle.
makes sense to me.
Yeah, totally.
Um, she looks a little unsure of what's going on here.
Yeah. I don't love it. That's just the same face, but they move the eyes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
She's about to take a baseball swing.
Yeah. Yeah, she
Yeah.
is. She's up to bat there. She's
Yeah.
playing Star Wars baseball, where you just cut the ball in half because you can't hit it with a lightsaber. So yeah, she's about to play Star Wars baseball.
The rocks are pretty cool.
I like those rocks. Yeah, that's. Oh, I don't like the lighting on that. It's too harsh on her face. It makes her look like a
Yeah,
Barbie.
it does look like a Barbie. It's a good point.
Yeah.
It's like Skipper.
Yeah, it's too harsh on their face right there. Like that's when they did those what were they called? Forces of Destiny dolls? Like that was the color of the Ahsoka doll. And I'm sure that's not what the Hot Toys looks like. I'm positive that's the lighting.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, that's just like, yeah.
It's just too harsh on her face.
It is. Mm.
Yeah, see, that looks more normal again.
Yeah, that looks better.
Yeah.
Better.
Although she looks like she's going like, stop talking, Captain Rex.
Yeah,
I have
like
something to say. She looks very teenager there, like with that no pose.
He's probably talking about something like experience outranks everything. Or just like, nope, don't want to hear it.
Nope, don't want to hear it.
Yeah, and that's the end of him there. But yeah,
Right.
I mean, it looks pretty solid. Like, depending on the photo, again, sometimes it looks pretty spot on. Other times, not so much. But
For sure,
just a lot of factors to consider. I mean, I've gotten several of these in where like I looked at the blogger photo, I was like, oh, but then you get it in hand, it's like, oh no, this is pretty great.
I think you nailed it when you were saying it earlier. There's like 3 stages of collecting Hot Toys. It's like the stage where you see the prototype and the pre-order and whatever makes you pre-order it. Then you get the blogger photos, and then you have either the reaction of like, I'm really glad I pre-ordered it, or gotta see what it looks like in hand. And then you get it in hand, and then that's when you're like, either yes, this goes perfectly in my collection, or like, maybe I need to offload it. So it's like you choose your own adventure of collecting.
Right. Definitely. Charlie says, never in a million years thought I would hear pearlescence then skipper in the stream. Yes.
I don't know.
We're here to deliver.
Yeah, that's how I talk. I think of like a random word that sort of goes with the word that I mean, and it just happened to be pearlescence this time.
Let's see. What else is new here?
I think the Scarlet Witch is the blogger photos
Oh,
also.
how
Yeah.
did I not see that?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. This one's an artisan.
This is an artisan. I'm actually pretty mad that I skipped it. I'm going to be honest, because these blogger photos look incredible. And then I'm mad because I literally have every other Hot Toy Scarlet Witch. I've gotten every single one. And this was the one I was like, well, I have every single one. So, like, do I really need to spend all this more money on an artisan figure when I have every single one of them? And the answer is yes, because if you have every single one of them, why would I not want the artisan one? It just was like, whatever. Also, I like slept in that day and then they were gone. So I was like, nope, guess I'm not meant to have it. But oh, it looks so good. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, the styling is definitely pretty well done there.
Yep. It's looks so good. It looks so amazing.
Are these the same effects that came on previous releases, or did they redo these?
Okay. No, I was gonna say I know. I can almost definitively say those are the same effects. Because some of them have the same effects and then some of them have different effects, but like these I'm pretty sure are reused from other versions, even if they're not the same version. But also I have all of the versions, all of them, even the costume that was in the end of Age of Ultron for like 2 seconds. I have that one.
That base is pretty neat.
That base is amazing. Yeah, that base is so cool.
That's a cool photo. Like the lighting is really neat.
It really does look like Endgame. Like because the lighting and the way the colors are in the background, it looks like that battle scene of Endgame.
Yeah, it does. That is really cool. There's the base again.
Yeah. Oh, the base is so cool. That one really looks like Elizabeth Olsen too. Like that picture in particular really looks like her, to me anyway.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yep.
That looks cool. Yeah. The way she's posed.
It looks so good. It looks really good.
Were you able to get in on the wait list for it?
I am on the wait list for it, so we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Well, fingers crossed for you that.
Fingers crossed, and also like a lot of times, I mean, most times I'm gonna jinx myself by saying this now, but like most of the time when I get on the wait list, it converts. So,
nice.
You know, knock on wood.
That's that's a good thing. The one that I was really happy that converted for me back in 2023, in October 2023, like a week after it went up, was the Artisan Anakin, which I know they started shipping like within like Sideshow started shipping like within the last month or so, but then I just got an email this week saying it's delayed until July for me. So
that happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep waiting.
Yeah, they're like, I waited this long for you, Anakin. I can wait a little more.
Right. Yeah, I didn't pre-order this one, but like the more I see it, the more I'm like, that is really nice. That is very nice.
I would definitely like hijack Tom, my boyfriend's Thanos, to do the like, you took everything from me. Like, because she could definitely, like, this version looks like you could pose her that way, like definitively. Like, I don't even know who you are. Like, I would steal it. Well, I would borrow it. I'd give it back. That's the only one where the lighting's like she looks a little washed out. Like
Yeah.
that to me looks like when you take a flash picture of yourself and you don't know the flash is on.
Right.
She's like, oh.
Like, oops, delete.
Yeah. Delete. But then it's like, oh man, I posted that picture. That's my headcanon of what Scarlet Witch is thinking from these pictures. She's like, I look so awesome in these. Oh, how did this one get posted?
Adam says the Scarlet Witch does not skimp on hot rollers.
Oh, for real. For real.
I mean, she doesn't even need the rollers, right? She probably just does some weird little like.
Oh, that's true. She just is like, and she manipulates it. Also, she can put in your mind that you can see her hair perfectly all the time. So she can literally change reality so her hair is always perfect if she wanted to.
That is a cool power. I would like to be able to change reality.
Yeah. She can manipulate reality to anything she wants it to be. So like, hey, she could solve a lot of world issues in general. Granted, she aligns with the way the world wants her to align.
Allison's asking the wait list. How do you know if yours converts? Do they mail you and give you X days to reply?
Yes, that's exactly what happens. You get an email and they tell you how long you have. But also, to be honest, you should, as soon as you get the email, click through it to try to purchase it as close to you getting the email as possible, because when you get the email, everybody on a certain amount of the wait list also got that email. So like, let's say there's 10 Scarlet Witches, but they sent out 12 emails. That means like 2, because they can count on some people not getting it. So try to, if it's in your budget to be able to click through it and purchase it, then do that because like there probably aren't as many available as emails that they sent out.
Oh wow. That is very informative and very interesting. I didn't realize that's how it worked.
I mean, most companies do that. Like I do that with actually, to be honest, I don't know if that's entirely true. I just know that that's in theory how companies do waitlists in general from the marketing perspective, because I work in marketing and like we always send out more than we think are gonna purchase because there are, or more than there are available, because not everybody purchases it all the time. Yeah.
Makes sense. Let's see, are there any more? Yes, there are. That's a nice.
Good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing that base. I'm like, that's a nice base.
That base could work for so many other like characters too. So even if you wanted to put Scarlet Witch in a different display, you could have that base for a different character.
I wonder if you could even put like Anakin on there.
That's who I was thinking. I was like, you could put Obi-Wan and Anakin like on bases. Oh man, it's really warm in here. I'm not prepared. I'm not ready for it to be warm season yet. It needs to stay cool a little longer.
Me neither. I don't like warm season at all. Like I'd rather just be like SoCal winter like the whole year.
June gloom. I hope it kicks in.
Yes. May gray June gloom. Perfect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a cool like with the way it's cropped right now. That's a cool like 80s very Stranger Things vibe to her right there.
Yep. Yeah.
Before you see that it's Scarlet Witch.
Right, the leather jacket and the hair, yeah. Definitely.
The hair and the light looks very Stranger Things. She's in the upside down.
I feel like I'm in the upside down sometimes.
I mean, don't we all? Oh, I like the way they like posed her face there.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like this figure. I really wish I bought it. Oh well. Maybe. If I'm meant to have it, it'll come to me somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, again, fingers crossed for you that it happens.
Yeah.
Charlie says that the base should go with a future artisan dark side Anakin. That would be interesting. Like a light up base, like lava.
Yeah.
That would be cool. All right. What else? What else?
Oh yeah, the Last of Us announcement.
Yeah,
Which is that's it. Last of Us. Which
yeah,
is
that'd be interesting to see.
I mean, just get Pedro Pascal figure. I mean, I would take a figure of him like in that outfit that he wore from Cannes with the like muscle tank that he had on. Like I don't even need him to be a character in anything. I just want Pedro Pascal, and whoever dresses him is like his stylist is like, but I'll take that. But really I'm holding out my Pedro Pascal figure for a Mr. Fantastic because I want all of them.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
They just announced all of them for Marvel Legends. I mean, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah, and Iron Studios put out those like the 10th scale statues, so I feel like we're gonna get an announcement soon because tickets should be going on sale. Like it comes out end of July, so what? Like in the next week or two, the tickets have to be going on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah,
but yeah,
makes sense.
I want the Fantastic Four.
They would be cool as long as they complete the set. Like do all of them.
Please complete the set. Don't leave us. The one that I'm worried about them leaving us hanging on is the Thing, because that would be like that's a different body with a different texture. They can't just reuse another body or another figure, or like they can't. There's nothing you can do. You can't get it from anywhere else. It would have to be a brand new thing. So brand new thing. Anyway, but yeah, he's the one that I'm worried we're gonna get skimped on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
These are the same Predators?
I'm pretty sure that's the same Predator.
Okay.
If it's not, tell us in the comments because I can't tell if it is.
Yeah, I think it's just a comparison between the old one and the new one.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, pretty similar, but I mean, yeah, the new one does look a little bit better.
Yeah, it looks bulkier, and it just looks this is like redundant, but it's like it looks more like a Predator because the other one's too skinny.
Right, the other one does look kind of like, yeah, lanky for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, this one was pinned, so I almost missed it.
Yes.
All right, Thunderbolts.
I'm so excited.
So they teased these, right, like a few weeks back. But it was just like a blacked out thing where they showed the different characters. But yeah, I don't know if they'll make the whole team, but at least they're starting it off. So that's a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah, I passed on the Yelena because the last one they did because it was her in the white suit, and I just really didn't like. I don't like the idea of the white suit because I'm just like I think about like the upkeep and how that would just show wear and tear easier. Sure. It would show dust, it would show dirt, it would show everything. So I just was like, I really want a Yelena because I love Kate Bishop and I want to have a Yelena to go with my Kate. And while this Yelena has a different haircut, at least I'll have a Yelena to go with my Kate.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, Thunderbolts was such a great movie.
Like the hair on this one looks like really good. The sculpted hair.
Yeah.
It's really, really realistic.
I think it looks really realistic. It looks really good. I think they did a great job with Florence Pugh's likeness. I'm a big fan of this figure. And I'm all, yes, exactly. Like the eyeliner, like everything they just nailed it. And I really like her as the new like Black Widow in the MCU. I think she's doing such a great job.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. And she's so relatable too. She's so like, that's what I like about her too. She's very relatable. Like, who isn't embarrassed when their dad shows up at work?
Yeah. Looking at the outfit here, like the proportions and everything, like it's fitting, like it works.
I like this outfit because it's not like skin tight. It looks like the way she actually wore it in the movie. It's not like, hey, we all know Florence Pugh's hot, so let's put her in like a tighter outfit than she wore in the movie. No, she looks just like she did in the movie, and I think that's great.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Like the makeup there, you can see how well done the makeup is right there.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's excellent.
Yeah.
I love too, like going back to the hair, like from the top of her forehead, like you see kind of there's a little bit of a tapering, like the darker color, and that adds a lot to the realism of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's also what I like about the eyeliner, because it doesn't look perfect. It looks like kind of smudged the way it looked kind of like smudged in the movie, because she's like fighting and stuff. So her makeup, that was another thing I really liked, is I was like, oh, look, her makeup's not just like perfect all the time. Yep. And even this, it doesn't look perfect. So it helps with the realism of the figure.
Right. I know. It's like even just going to work, it's like by the end of the day, you don't look as great as you did at the beginning of the day.
Even if you use all the stuff they tell you to do to like make your look last and stuff, you like spray your face with all it still doesn't work. It doesn't work for as long as it needs to work.
No, it does not.
But yeah, she looks spot on perfect.
Yeah, it's a really nice figure.
It's a really great figure. Even that's the front on pictures that usually look weird. And that one, like, I mean, her shoulders kind of look weird because it looks like the costume's puffed up at the top, but her face doesn't look weird.
Right, it doesn't. They did really good lighting there. Yeah, that is nice.
Well done, Hot Toys. Well done. Now let's keep this up for the blogger photos and the in-hand photos.
Right. Yeah. Very important.
It looks so good. Yeah. I'm just really impressed with this figure, and I'm really glad that they made it. I hope we get more Thunderbolts, because that movie was so fun and it had no right to be. Like, I thought it was going to be a throwaway movie that they're just like biding time until their big Fantastic Four of the summer movie, but then this one just was like a sleeper hit. Like, it was just so good and it had no business being that good.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yay! Maybe they learned. There we go.
So yeah, it's like those commercials. Comes with everything you see here. Batteries not included.
Yes. There we go.
Nice.
Okay, the eyeballs move. Okay.
I think they need to re-term separate rolling eyeballs. It just sounds weird that way.
Yes. Also, I remember it sounds super weird, but when I first opened my Padme, like, I know that it was not ever opened before the one I got. I know that. But also her eyes were looking in two completely different directions. And she looked so weird. It was like, I don't do unboxing videos, but like, I wish I did for that one, because it would have been so funny to have opened that box and to have Padme be like, woo, like she looked like a cartoon, like, woo, like her if her tongue was out. Like, if she had a tongue or whatever, you would expect it to be out, because she looked like that emoji that was like, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that's separate rolling eyes. Whatever they say, separate rolling eyeballs, I'm like, oh, like Padme's.
Posable eyes. Posable eyes.
That's way better. Posable eyes.
Attachable scythe blade. Yeah.
Okay.
Several hands. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good. No complaints here.
Yeah.
And I think that's it, huh?
Oh, cool. Sweet.
Got everything here.
How's your voice doing?
It's holding.
Okay.
holding at the moment.
Okay.
It's holding just in time for Toy of the Week.
Yay!
Toy of the Week. All right. So I have a Toy of the Week. It's kind of a cheat because there's two.
Okay.
But there's a reason that it's two. So I'm going to share what the Toy of the Week for this week is. So I've been saying this for a long time. We're gonna jump over to Hasbro Star Wars for a minute here. So Hasbro Star Wars, they have not made a proper C3PO like ever. They've evolved to some extent, but then they've also devolved as well. And the last one that they did, like for vintage collection anyway, was back in 2010, I think it was 2010, and it was just not a great. Even back then, it wasn't that good. Like
I'm like shocked that this is the case.
I know. It's like, why is it taking this long?
Also, C3PO is everywhere. What's going on?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So, I have a couple because I know some folks have asked me like, what do you use in your collection for C3PO? I don't use the old vintage collection one because it's horrible. It's too short. And his eyes, like they never like really got them. So they're oftentimes painted weird. Mm-hmm. So I have some alternates here. And this is the Toy of the Week for this week. All right. So this one right here, we'll go ahead and zoom in. This is the Revenge of the Sith C3PO. It's going to be blurry because
put your hand behind it. Sometimes that helps with the focus. Yeah, there you go. See, there you go.
You is so smart. Yeah, so this is him. Toy of the Week is C3PO from the Revenge of the Sith toy line. Now, this isn't the exact one from Revenge of the Sith toy line because that one had 2 golden legs as he does in Revenge of the Sith. In the original trilogy, he had 1 silver leg, as does this figure. This was a subsequent re-release of that figure, now with the silver leg. But it is a nice figure because those legs bend and enable him to sit, right, in a way that the TVC one, even though it has bendable legs too, it just doesn't look good. So he sits. You can sit him in a vehicle. You can sit him in wherever on the Ewok throne, right? And he's also got some pretty decent neck movement here. So
okay.
Like, yes. No, like side to side, really nice. This is one that I use because it's cheap. You can get them really, really inexpensively, pretty much anywhere on eBay, like aftermarket. But there's also another one. This is even older. This is actually from I think the Comtech line of the Power of the Force 2, which was like 1999. So this is another VAC metal, which it's got to be VAC metal for C3PO. This one was from it's
deciding it doesn't want to focus on it.
He's too shiny. That's what it is.
There he goes.
Yeah, so this one was re-released in what was called the Hall of Fame assortment of the Saga line back in 2003. And this is also a very solid one for display. Anywhere you need a C3PO. I personally like the other one just a little bit better, but because this one doesn't have the legs, like they don't bend at the knee. But it still looks great. It still holds up. It's a nice size, which is a big problem with the vintage collection C3PO. And I don't know if side by side.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty similar in size. I think this one's a little bit bigger, and then the one with the bendable knees is a little bit more slender. But they're both solid, and if you need a C3PO that's VAC metalized, at least until Hasbro gives us a proper one, I would say both of these are good contenders. And again, very inexpensive on the aftermarket. And what I'll do to show them a little more clearly, why don't we just pull them up on the Rebel Scouts website?
Yeah.
C3PO. Okay. So this was also re-released in the original trilogy collection. I think it was the same exact figure. So let me go ahead and spotlight this for a second. Now it looks a little more gold in this picture here, I guess because of the lighting they used than mine does. Like mine looks a little cooler toned. But yeah, so this is the second one I was showing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And he's not bad.
No.
He gets the job done. Pretty proportionate. The legs might be a little bulky at the knees now that I'm looking at it this way, but it's not a bad option. And then again, the previous one, which would have been the
Revenge of the Sith one, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which has multiple variants, like the one with the silver leg that I was just showing. And that's going to be this one right here.
I like the base.
Yeah. That line had some pretty nice display bases. 2005.
2005.
20 years ago.
I know.
Hard to believe.
Between that and like the 45th of Empire, I'm just like, what is happening? I know. Yeah, 20th of Revenge of the Sith and 45th of Empire. I'm like, what's going on, guys?
Yeah. So yeah, those would be the two that I would suggest if you need a 3PO until Hasbro finally announces. I don't know what's taking so long. Nobody does, but once they do, I'm sure it'll supersede these, and hopefully it supersedes the last vintage collection one from 2010. But until then, these are the two that I like to go to, and that's why it is this week's Toy of the Week. And this is where I need to insert a little, like a voice.
Yeah,
Toy
you need like
week.
a graphic, like a Toy of the Week.
Yeah, Toy of the Week.
But if it's brand new, then you're testing the waters right now.
We're testing the waters.
All
right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, since you are on here tonight, I want to see what you think about Hot Toys' business strategies as of late.
Okay.
Because I'm just thinking back, we're at the end of May now, and this was the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, pretty big deal.
Yeah.
For most companies. And, but, Hot Toys did do some stuff, right? They did Commander Cody, which is, like a 2.0, like we were talking about earlier, 2.0s.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a 2.0 sort of.
Yeah.
Or a 1.5 maybe. Like, and then the Airborne Trooper. But both of those, even though the Airborne Trooper is just a grunt trooper, they were very limited and went within a matter of hours. Okay. Revenge of the Sith Vader. All right. Multiple versions, one with the operating table. Okay. There's other Vaders and other recent Vaders too that they've done. All right.
Yeah.
What else? Is that it for Revenge of the Sith that they did?
I think so. That's like specifically Revenge of the Sith. Then yeah.
There were other Star Wars things too, granted.
Oh, for sure.
But focusing on Revenge of the Sith, like the other one, of course, the big one that everybody would have been happy to have had an opportunity to buy, as we all know, Revenge of the Sith Anakin.
For sure.
In some form. And then that's the one that they, of course, 2023, they offered it. This is a new version. They did it back in like 2018. This is a new version, but it's an artisan and it was fairly limited.
For sure.
And then everybody was like, no problem. For the 20th of Revenge of the Sith, they'll do a collector edition. Everybody will get an opportunity at it. But it's actually an even more limited artisan edition that was only available at Celebration Japan. So what is your take? I mean, like just considering like the behind this, like what are your thoughts on the way this is played out?
Well, I'm also like a weird person to ask about it because like all the figures I want from Revenge of the Sith, like I feel like no one else wants. Like, for example, like why didn't they make her like we have one Padme. Padme is such an essential character for that entire prequel trilogy. Why do we only have one? So and she wears like arguably the best costumes out of any character in any Star Wars movie, and we only have one. So like I know she's pregnant in the third movie. I don't even care. I like pregnant Padme. Like her Mustafar outfit is so cool. I don't even care that she's like having twins. Um, and also to be able to make the Anakin "You're breaking my heart" scene, like I would love that. In terms of like
Yeah.
the strategy with things being more and more and more limited, like I get it and I don't. Like from like my perspective, being someone who like works in marketing for like geeky companies, having something be limited has like a cachet among collectors. I have this and you don't. However, that hasn't really been Hot Toys MO for most things that they've done. A lot of the things that they've done, they release and then they release again. And then the people who are like, wait, we had it and you didn't, are now like, well, now everybody has it. I'm more of the mindset of let's let everybody have it. But that's like I genuinely thought that there would be way more of a big deal about the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. I also thought there would be sort of a little bit of a big deal, at least, about the 45th of Empire, because they've done like 40th. They basically do it every 5 years for all the movies. So I am also of the mindset, why is there nothing across any toy line for like the 45th of Empire, which is my favorite Star Wars movie, so I'm biased. Yeah, because they're already talking about next year for the like next year's the 10th of Rogue One. People are already talking about that. So
Right.
I think I didn't answer your question at all. I just spouted a bunch of nonsense. My point is, I wanted a lot more from the 20th of Revenge of the Sith, specifically Padme,
Mhm.
because where is my Padme from
Is she
Revenge of the Sith?
safe? Is she all
Is
right?
Yeah, where like is she okay? Like what's going on with Padme? I don't, and I get that making like a pregnant body would be tough because that's
Mhm.
really the only thing you could use it for. But like
Right.
I want another Padme, not just the one. This one Padme doesn't go with all the other stuff that she's supposed to go with.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. That would have been a cool one to have. I mean, Hasbro made the pregnant Padme
Mm-hmm.
figures
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
back in the day. Um,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know if
mean,
they.
they exist, but I mean,
Mhm.
I mostly collect Hot Toys at this point,
Mhm.
in terms of like my Star Wars collection. So to have her missing in like a lot of forms when there's so many Anakins and so many Vaders, and like now, do we have an Obi-Wan from? We have an Obi-Wan from the end of Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, the one that came out with like the little baby.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
yeah.
is that?
Several years back, yeah.
Yes, several. That's like 5 years ago at this point.
Yeah, and that's another one. Like I'm sure a lot of people would have loved to have seen an updated version of that because I
Mm-hmm.
mean, back then it was okay, but even back then
Yeah,
I think the sculpt wasn't like, it was okay.
yeah.
Um,
They've
but
improved Ewan McGregor's sculpt so much over the past 5 years
yeah,
that reissuing that would have been great.
you're right. But
Mhm.
instead, it's Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan that they
Yeah.
went for.
Why? At least it's not like, because like I'm sorry, I'm gonna take some heat for this, but I don't love the Padawan braid. So like I know that Natalie Portman stole Hayden Christensen's from set. She said that on like a talk show recently, but
Yeah.
like I don't love them. I think they're funny. They're the like if I were like another Padawan, I probably would like like pull them.
Right. It is kind of a weird thing. And also the ponytail, like I don't know, like just
Like,
like together, it's like, huh, it's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, like the little tiny ponytail and your Padawan braid, Obi-Wan? Like, is that what? Oh, did they both? No, Obi-Wan didn't have one.
The
Now
pony?
I'm.
Did he have the ponytail?
I don't know. Someone tell me. It's been a minute since
I
I
feel like I
watched.
should know this. This is such an
Yeah, I
obvious
feel like
thing.
I should know this too. Like, why don't we know? Like, both of us are such Star Wars, but why do I know Anakin has the little ponytail and the braid? But like, did Obi-Wan? I'm trying to think of Duel of the Fates, and when you see him from the
He
back,
did.
and like, he did.
He did.
Okay.
He did have the ponytail.
Yeah, it's such a
Here.
weird look, Jedi. What are you doing? Yep. Okay. Yep, he did. That is a look.
That is weird. I mean, I think I'm just used to it now, right? Like, I don't even really think about it anymore, but
Yeah.
it is kind of odd. Like but I mean, then again, like they're all wearing like tan and brown robes. So.
There's so many weird things about these movies that why that this one thing is weird to me is just bizarre. It's like
Right.
I can take all the like I can take like all this different suspension of disbelief, but then he has a little braid on his head. Nope. Like it's like you went one too far there, Star Wars.
Yeah, just like but even thinking about like the realism aspect of that, like logistically, that seems like it'd be hard to do, right? Like to grow out just a little like segment of hair. And
I mean, ask guys in like the 90s when they did rat tails, like how was that hard, guys? Anyone was around had a rat tail in the 90s?
Yeah, that's one thing we'll leave in the 90s, I hope.
Yeah, I hope. I don't think we are though, because I feel like TikTokers have them again. Mullets are back. I saw that and went, nope, absolutely not. Guilty. Okay, so was it hard to grow out the rat tail? Was it hard?
Oh man. But yeah, not the best hair, but I guess it would translate okay on if they made a figure of it.
Yeah. Though it would be funny if it was like a not sculpted hair, the other kind that I can't think of the word for right now, because then you could like with it, that'd be funny. That's what all I'd do. I just hit it.
Okay, let's close that picture.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
could have
done a
answer
Revenge
your
of the Sith
question.
Obi-Wan.
I was like, I dodged your question, made you look at Obi-Wan's hair.
Yeah, now we got to look at his hair. So yeah, they did Attack of the Clones instead. So yeah, I mean, I don't really, I don't know. I mean, I've tried to, I feel like more than anything else, like Hot Toys is maybe trying to go for more of like they're trying to generate hype, and they're trying to go for more of like a boutique sort of thing where, there are certain things that they'll do and they'll just be regular releases, but then stuff that would seemingly be more interesting and more demanded by people, they're tending to reserve for these limited sort of drops, which I don't know. It just, to me, it's kind of odd.
I would agree with that. I think that one of the things that, like I have been saying, that I like about Hot Toys is that it seemed to always be for everyone.
I think your sound went off, Susan. I think your sound might have can you hear me? No, I can't hear you either. Okay, you can hear me. All right.
What if I
Interesting.
unplug my?
Oh,
Can you
now
hear
I
me
hear
now? Okay, so it's my headphones did something weird, and now I just am not. I don't have headphones.
you. Okay. Darn, you were on a roll too. We missed half of it.
I know. Where did it stop? Where did it cut off? I was just trying to say that I don't like things getting more and more exclusive, more and more expensive. The collector community is a community for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, we all love to show each other all the cool things that we all have. So like, to make things, like, to make the price point higher and the edition size lower just cancels out so much of that I'm just like, it disappoints me.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know, and I made a point of it recently too. Like certain, like Galen Urso was an exclusive, and it's like, okay, I mean that one might make a little more sense because that's not when you mass market to everybody. I don't know how successful that might or might not be, but or even what else did they have? Like the Darth Maul, right? The concept art.
But see, that to me made sense because it was
Yeah,
a samurai mall. So
yeah,
like Star Wars
yes.
Celebration Japan, cool.
Right. Or the cherry blossom stormtrooper, like that makes
Right.
sense. But the most popular character in all of Star Wars, right? Especially at the moment, with this big anniversary.
At the moment, there's this huge Anakin crossover happening where it's like people who now loved him as a child are now old enough to start collecting for real. You know, they're old enough, they're making their money, they can start collecting for real. But they still have the people like I'm gonna age myself here, who were like I was in my early 20s when these things came out. So like I actually Revenge of the Sith, I was like 20. Anyway, so this, like, I now am on the older side of the people who loved Anakin and his storyline, and then there's also the young side also exists. So like, think like if you're thinking about it in the sense that like there should be a huge open demographic for people specifically for like Anakin, Padme, those types of characters. And instead it's become like, it's like you said, it was only at Celebration. It got super limited. They didn't do a cross like collector edition release. That seems backwards to me.
Right.
Because even from a business perspective, wouldn't you want to get as much money as possible from, like, wouldn't you want to, like, all the people who love this want it right now. Let's give it to them.
Yeah, you would think. Or even at the very least, and I've said this before, but like maybe give people at the show like dibs on it first. And then everyone else, maybe you do an open order. And then let's say 20,000 people order it. Okay, so you're going to make 20,000 of them. And it might take 6 months or whatever, but
maybe the people who order it who weren't at the show have to wait like 6 months to like, maybe they wait the normal like pre-order period, but the people who are at the show got it and they have it. Yeah,
I'd be good with that. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. Rick says Hot Toys has been going down a path I cannot follow.
Thank you for evoking my Padme. But it was, because I was at Celebration Japan, it was very cool to actually see like a full-fledged Hot Toys booth and to have like Hot Toys be there. And it was a very cool experience, especially they had the wall of Star Wars that was like one side of their booth was just like every Star Wars they've ever done ever. And that was just a really cool thing to see.
Yeah, that is awesome. Oh yeah, Charlie, or that pay $1,500 on eBay. Yeah, some people do that. Some people do that.
Some people do that. I'm grateful for them because that's a whole other section of the collector community that gives us resale value. So I'm grateful for them too if you're the people who get it on eBay for 3 times as much as it was.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah.
So we'll see what the future holds. Hopefully this isn't the norm going forward. But I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah. I mean, to me also, this was a strange situation because normally Hot Toys doesn't have like their own booth in a country that like they have a store in and stuff like that. Because like having Celebration in Japan was like a license they own in a country where they already produce and have like offices and a retail store. So maybe this was like a fluke, like maybe this was like a one-off situation that we can't judge it based on the exception and not the rule, but it is a weird, it is something that I think collectors are going to be very interested in moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but just briefly, what were your thoughts on all the Jazz Inc. pre-orders last week?
What Jazz Inc. pre-orders?
Like the penguin and the tumbler, the camo tumbler.
Oh my god. Okay,
little
so
penguin army.
this is so funny. So when you said, I instantly was like, oh, all the Halloween squishmallows. Because like you can see there's like squishmallows. Like I mostly like from them, I mostly pay attention to the squishmallow stuff, so I have no idea what you're talking about. That's so embarrassing for me.
That's funny.
Oh my god, I was just like, oh, are we gonna talk squishmallows? Because that sounds great.
Hilarious.
Oh my god. But so they're doing Batman.
Yeah. Let me pull it up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of things. You probably saw like the Batman Returns Catwoman last year, right? Like that was
yes, I did. That was
yeah.
So cool.
They're doing more because that's what
cool.
they do, I guess. That's what all these companies do.
Oh wow. Oh, Jazz Inc. Oh my god, I was thinking of Jazz Wares, which is also why.
Oh yeah.
Squishmallows. Oh my god.
Similar name.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Definitely similar name. Like
the
Penguin Army, the Penguin.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And there's like 4 versions of this thing. Yeah, 4 versions of him. Whatever version of Penguin you want, you can get.
I saw that picture. I saw this one. I didn't know what it was, but I saw the one with the umbrella where he's in his undies.
Tumbler, camouflage
Tumbler is
regular
not my
Tumbler.
favorite Batmobile. Like I appreciate it, but it's not my favorite Batmobile.
Same. Animated series Batman. And there's 2 versions of it. There's a signature edition version that and they have like a realistic version. Like this is the more animated one here on the left. And then the realistic one has like the more proportionate like the more proportionate sort of
oh my god,
on the right.
Do you think this means they might do like animated series Catwoman?
So they're doing a lot.
Do you think this means they might do animated series Catwoman?
I mean, I would think if this takes off,
because like I have the Mondo and I don't love it.
I don't have any of those, but I have heard similar about that figure.
The joints are just like really, really stiff. Like
so it's basically like the smaller ones, so like the McFarlane ones, but
it
bigger.
Is. I have that one too, and yes, they're very similar. And I was like, which is why I didn't get the Batman that went with her.
No, that is scary. Stiff joints are scary.
Yeah,
and I don't just mean about like aging and that kind of thing. I mean like on figures.
Yes.
But
both ways are scary because it is scary as you get older to get more stiff joints, but also on and the thing is with Catwoman, you want her to be so cat-like and posable that it's really difficult to like jam her arm like this. It's not fun.
Yeah. But for me these are cool, but for me the even bigger news was what he'd said that they're also they're in the process of finalizing details on a Linda Carter Wonder Woman and a Julie Newmar Catwoman.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes to all of those things. I would like all of those things. Yes. I'm hoping that someone somewhere does like a really, really good Eartha Kitt Catwoman too at some point.
That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. I just really want like Catwoman through the ages, but like my collection, just like all of the Catwomen that are everything. That's like the reason that I'm even here right now is because of Catwoman.
Oh wow.
She was the first character that I like globbed onto and was like mine. So,
any specific version?
The animated series one.
Right on.
Because I was like a kid, and then it went from animated series to Michelle Pfeiffer, and then from there. And then my dad was like, hey, there used to be this show in the 60s. Catwoman was in that show too. And I was like, what? And then he showed me. Then we went backwards.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all great. I love all of them.
Me too.
But yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, I'm gonna need to start a second job, I guess.
I know. I know.
So yeah, exciting stuff. Definitely.
So cool. I'm glad that I saw these and they weren't just squishmallows that I saw online, and like that's insane. I even I was like, what? The Halloween squishmallows from a different company that isn't this one? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what else was really cool this week? Like just very briefly.
Yeah.
In Art's Thorin, Oakenshield.
Yes.
That was that's gorgeous.
So
and InArt does like the accessories so intricately and well that like you know that Oakenshield's gonna look like exactly like a block of wood. Like it's perfect. And the likeness for Richard Armitage was like spot on, so it just looked so cool.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So much good stuff.
It's a good time to be a collector.
Good time and an expensive time.
A very expensive time, but I also do like that there's other companies that have stepped up to like do things just as well as Hot Toys has always been doing them, because I feel like now Hot Toys has also had to up their game to like meet these other companies where they're at. So it's just like, it's, to me, yes, and it's an expensive time to be a collector, but like the fact that we have all these different companies who are just like peak, like making things at the top of the game, or whatever the top of the game is now. Who knows? Someone might come along and raise the bar again, but that happening is fantastic for collectors because we really can get like the best version of whatever character we like by going through various channels.
Right. It's good to have options, and it's good to have product that gets better and better.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
All right. Well, I guess that'll take us to the final segment of the night.
New acquisitions.
New acquisitions. So these are things added to the collection recently. We can share anything new that we've gotten. And then, of course, the audience, Cantinians, let me know in the chat what you've added to your collections, and we will read them out afterwards. Susan, anything you want to mention that you may have added recently to your collection?
The Murder Droids and Sabine. They're pretty recent acquisitions. To my household, when I was in Japan, we did wind up with the Darth Maul Samurai version. So that got added. I didn't purchase it. My boyfriend did, but it got added to the household collection. And I get to look at it, and that's it's a very cool piece. And then, yeah, those are the big ones that have been added recently. I did. And then on the pre-order side, I pre-ordered Stitch, pre-ordered Cassian, and I think those are the two most recent pre-orders for me.
Nice. Cassian looks really good.
Cassian looks so good. I'm so happy. Now I need a Clea. I need Clea so bad. Clea, Luther, Mon Mothma. I want everybody in Andor. I love that show so much. I was actually bummed that I should have thought of it ahead of time, that because you offered me like a couple of dates, like which dates can you do, and the 16th was one of them, and I should have thought about the fact that that would have been right after Andor ended, and therefore we could have talked Andor. But
we
yeah,
can still talk Andor.
I know we can still talk
sometime.
Andor, but I'm also like, I know that your voice and you're coughing, so I don't necessarily want to make you over chat. But no, Andor, I'm obsessed with it. I think that it's the perfect arc. I love that someone released like Rebels episodes that you can tandem watch with Andor. So you can, they take place during the same time period. So you can watch them, and then it leads up to Rogue One, which leads into A New Hope, which, oh no, now we're watching all of Star Wars again. Great. Like, oh no. But yeah, the era of the rebellion's my personal favorite era of the galaxy. So having that done so well was just so chef's kiss. Tony Gilroy. And you know what? He gave props to Kathleen Kennedy, Tony Gilroy, Diego Luna. We bow to you, and you're honoring this story that we've all loved so much for so long.
Right. Yeah, it was magnificent, and I'd love to see more product from Andor. Like
Luther, Mon Mothma, Clea, Val. Also, because I'm not Empire, but like, also, you know, I would love to have the weird couple from the Empire side.
Yes. Cyril and Dedra would be really
yeah, I was like
fun.
Dedra, and I never remember his name. I know the actor's name is Kyle.
Yes.
Dedra and Dedra's boyfriend.
Right. And why not Cyril's mother as well? Why not?
Cyril's mother. Oh my God, Cyril's mother. And cereal. They have to come with cereal.
Yes. Yeah. It was basically like green frosted Cocoa Puffs, I think.
Yeah.
It was.
And you know what else? I want the concierge from the hotel.
Yeah.
Norman. Like I want everyone.
Yeah, this would all be great.
Yeah.
What a display.
No one gets left behind. Everyone.
I'll take Perrin as well. Let's get Perrin in there.
Yeah, let's get them all. Yeah, and then I want a live action Saw, because that would be killer. I'll take them all. Because that show was just... Oh, Bix! How have I forgotten Bix? We need a Bix.
Yeah, Bix would be cool.
Yeah. I like that I went through all, and there was like, Bix is like obvious. Obviously, they're going to do a Bix. Obviously.
All right. Nope. Crickets.
Yep. Nope. Bix. But yes. Sorry, what have you added to your collection? I, again, steamrolled the whole thing.
What have I added to my collection? Okay, got a few things here. If I don't drop them all. All right, so this is the first one here. This is the Marvel Legends. We're going to Marvel. So I got the recent No Way Home Lizard.
Ooh.
So Lizard is here now, and Lizard looks really good. It looks nice and nasty, we'll say.
Super gross. Yeah.
But great likeness on both portraits.
Oh, for sure.
And the box is kind of neat too. Looking very handsome, of course.
Yes, of course. Obviously.
Of course. Let's see. A couple Star Wars items from the vintage collection. So actually, I'm not going to start with this. I'm going to start with this other one. So this is the Heir to the Empire 3-pack that they recently released.
Ooh, that one's cool.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Heir to the Empire is not something they've touched on in the vintage collection. But you know, there's people that love this era. So I mean, they did three figures. So this has Captain Pelion, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I'm gonna butcher this guy's name. I'm sorry. I'm not an Heir of the Empire person. Is it Joris?
I'm gonna go with Jaris because that's like Kanan Jaris. But it's spelled differently, it looks like.
Good point. Yeah, it's spelled a little differently. But
yeah.
So 3-pack of these guys, which, you know, a lot of folks are happy to see that, and I'm happy for them. But
that's a cool era.
Yeah, it wasn't something I was like, I mean, just because it's not my personal, like, you know, interest, but had to buy it, of course.
Mhm.
But this one is my personal interest, and this one I was very, very happy to see announced last year. But special action figure set, The Journey of Anakin
Oh,
Skywalker.
that's so cool.
Yeah, so you get Clone Wars Anakin right here, right there, and he's got the cape. So it's more like the micro series. Then you get the from Ahsoka, you get the World Between Worlds Anakin with the Sith eyes and the red lightsaber, and then you get Darth Vader from the Death Star 2 with the lightning, and you can see through his helmet. So you can actually see his skull through his helmet, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's crazy! I love that.
Yeah, he's got the removable hand. It's a really nice set. Like I bought 3 of them just because I love this so much. Like it's one of my favorite things that they've released in a long time.
That's a really great set.
It is. I might buy another one just because why not?
I feel like all of my toy photographer friends, if they don't know about it, they should, because all of them talk so much about being able to do like a series of photos that's like the journey of Anakin, and that having that would be such a great set to just have to like piece that together for them.
Yeah, I love that set. All right, so those are my acquisitions. That's all I have within the last week. But let's go through the chat and see what everybody else is adding to their collections. Pico B1 says, I got the Jazzwares. Vault Geonosian Fighter tonight. Slow week. That's all I got. Nice.
Cool.
Charlie says, which character was Susan's favorite? From Andor, maybe?
From Andor or just from Star Wars? Because from Star Wars, it's R2 in general. Like, he's my blanket favorite. He's right here. Like, R2 forever. But in Andor, I think my favorite wound up being Clea over the course of the whole show. Just from, and even before seeing her backstory, but seeing her backstory made me love her even more. So Clea from Andor. But all of Star Wars, it's R2, then Leia, then a whole bunch of other ones, like Sabine. Like, I don't know. I have a lot of favorites in Star Wars. Star Wars is my jam.
Right on. Battery Bob says, I got the Power of the Force Stormtrooper mech. Oh, Power of the Force, sorry.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Power of the Force.
Yes, those are two different lines. Yeah.
Says it's not canon and goofy, but I love it. And the Stormtrooper figure has barbell hips. Ooh. But not as much articulation as the TVC Stormtrooper. Right on. I didn't know it had barbell hips. That's cool. Dodgen says, oh, thank God I made it back in time. This is Dodgen's favorite segment of the night.
Yeah? What did he get this week?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Let's see. Britt says, picked up the Moff Gideon in the Black Series and a Fang the Hunter from Jack Pacific, Sonic the Hedgehog line.
Sweet.
Adam says, I nabbed 2 of the A New Hope retro sets by picking up at a store that was practically in a different time zone. Yes, and congrats again to you, Adam, on doing that. So
that's great.
That is great because this set has been a nightmare, an absolute nightmare for everybody.
I mean, in California, it's always that way.
Yeah. Well, Target, if you pre-ordered this set, Target canceled everybody's pre-order.
What?
And then, yeah, they did. And then they started slowly putting them onto the website, like one at a time. And then even if you secured one of those, oftentimes they were getting canceled. So it's just been a really, really challenging set to get. So not fun.
Yeah, like we need another reason to hate Target. But hey. Cool. Now you upset Star Wars fans, Target. Well done. That's like a subset you're not supposed to upset. Keep the Star Wars fans happy.
Right. Anakin 3-pack, Heir of the Empire 3-pack, 501st Clone Troopers, Joy Toy Krang, Taka, and Ratsar. That's from William. Very nice.
Nice.
Adam says, how old will we be if the Andor figures take 15 years to make?
Do you want me to actually answer that?
I don't even want to think that far ahead.
I was like, I don't know. Like, yeah. I mean, I'll be well into my 50s.
Yeah, me too. Rick says, this week I received 2 Hot Toys, Ahsoka the White, TVC to Heir of the Empire, 3-pack, TVC Anakin 3-pack, TVC Obi-Wan Legend, Marvel Legends Target Jean Grey, and Masters of the Universe Origins Dispar. Nice. That's quite a good haul.
That's a great haul. How do you feel about the pictures from Masters of the Universe, the movie?
To be honest with you, I haven't really looked.
Oh.
That like that's one of those lines that I draw that's not something I really pay attention to.
See, that's not something I pay attention to. It's something that my boyfriend has strong opinions about, so I see it because the person that I partnered with has very strong opinions about it. So I think it looks interesting. I mean, I'm gonna have to see it regardless.
Sure.
But
I'm sure I'll check it out too.
Yeah, but at least the guy bulked up, so he looks like the cartoon to me.
Definitely. All right, so let's see what Dodgson got. Ooh. He says, so last week at the swap meet, my go-to vendor saved for me a Mint The Lost World Roland Timbo on card for $40. A bit steep, but it was his best offer. Wish me luck tomorrow that I bring something back with me. All right. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck. May the odds be ever in your favor, even though you kind of already know that the whole situation.
PKV1 says, oh, I did get the Anakin pack and the hair to the Empire.
He's making a joke because of the Obi-Wan hair that we had up on the screen for too long.
The little braid.
And his little pony.
Hair to the Empire. I love it.
Yeah.
Michael says, sorry I'm late. I have to go back and watch the little stream. Go for it.
Go for it. You can watch me hijack a lot of questions and not answer them.
Yeah, I know I go on tangents too.
Squishmallows for Jazz Inc. You can watch that too.
Hey, Squishmallows are nice. They feel nice.
They're so tactile. They make my brain happy.
Yeah, they're calming.
Yeah. And I have an R2 one and it's my favorite one. So that one's on the couch where I watch TV and I'm just like, R2.
Love it. Charlie says nothing of note except 2 Conan the Barbarian shirts. Okay, that counts.
Okay,
we'll take
that
it.
Counts.
Michael says, I got 5 snowtroopers and one of them had 2 left hands.
Amazing. Don't you love when that happens? That happened with one of my Marvel Legends. I forget. I think it was Kate Bishop. Like one of the hands, like it was a spare hand. So it wasn't like I was left with only left hand. So I did have like one right hand but like all the other ones were just for her left instead of an equal split.
I hope you didn't open that, Michael, because that'd be a keeper for like if I saw that.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. Tell me you didn't open that one.
Yeah.
In fact, I would almost say that one
that belongs in a museum.
Let's see here. Dodgson's asking for a last minute request before he closes down the soda fountain.
Aww.
Soda fountain. Michael also got the heir to the Empire set.
He got the hair and the heir.
He got both. Even better. Too much soda fountain. It's Friday night.
Yeah, it's Friday night. Cool.
There's also a very artistic silent film section of the social hour you can check out.
Oh, that's true. When They're plug-in headphones. I don't know why they went out. That's so weird.
We should go back and edit that and then add just, like the captions, like in those very early 1920s.
Oh
films.
yeah. Totally like cut away and it's a black screen. Yeah.
Right. Speed it up a little bit so we're moving a little quicker.
Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. Totally. You should totally do that. Yeah, but I have no. They're plug-in headphones. I use them on purpose because my AirPods are terrible and they die all the time. So I use the plug-in ones on purpose so nothing would happen, and then something happened. Rude.
Technology, gotta love it.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it wasn't what I've been dealing with. I've been having this thing where I slip into the world between worlds, and then I'm just gone, and nobody knows where I'm at, and then I just come back magically. It's weird.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Dub it in Japanese. Yeah, we could do that too.
Yes, dub it in Japanese.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
He opened it. Oh man.
He opened it. That's okay.
That's okay. He still has 2 left hands, so
yeah.
Better than 2 left feet.
That's something that you can tell who the real collectors are, because if it's displayed, who notices that there's 2 left hands when they come? That's like a test.
Vetmatic says Black Series Cody this afternoon. Nice. I got that one too this afternoon, but I already had it. I don't even know. I don't know why I had 2 on order, so I'm gonna have to return it. But oh well.
You're gonna make someone very happy if you return it, because that means someone else gets it.
Hopefully. Charlie says Victoria connection has been solid all night. Not next header. Nice. Good. I'm glad to hear that. No world between worlds for me tonight. That's good.
Cool.
Good. And I think that's it. I think those are all the new acquisitions. Oh no. Adam says he has an indie with 2 left arms. But thanks to plastic-free packaging, he didn't know it until opening it. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Gotta love that plastic-free packaging.
Yeah.
Well, I think that does it, you guys.
Okay.
Well, this has surely been dandy.
Susan, and you made it the whole way.
Yeah.
Now go rest.
Yeah. Survived. Almost 2 hours. But yeah, Susan, thanks a bunch for coming on tonight and hanging out with us here in the Cantina. It's been a lot of fun.
Anytime. I can talk Star Wars or any other toys anytime. Yeah. This is great. I love anytime I get to come on. Thank you so much.
Of course. We'll definitely have to do it again. Where can our audience go to look you up on the interwebs?
Right there. Blue Susan. I think I'm pointing at it. That's that's my social profile across any platform. I always nab that handle. So you can find me Blue Susan, BLOO, like from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, because I was obsessed with that cartoon.
Yeah, right on. And we have your Instagram in the description.
Yes. So yes. Cool.
That is there. Thank you to Adam for moderating. Thank you to Dodgson for tending the soda fountain. And he says the soda fountain is closed. Thank you, Pico Obi-Wan. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Mary, appreciate it. Yeah, all you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for being regulars here in this little cantina. We appreciate and love you so much.
Oh, you have your thingy on. Yeah. I don't have mine on. Because I did that in a work meeting and I was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And then I did this at one point and the fireworks went off and I was like, I'm so sorry. Right? I don't know how to turn these off. And then I had to turn them off.
Yeah, I could see how that could be problematic.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry. And I talk with my hands, so I just kept doing it. And I was like,
yeah, I do that too. Yeah. I do that too. Imagine if that started happening in real life. Like you just go like this and then like fireworks.
And then fireworks are you go like this and like hearts come out. Yeah.
I guess that could require the aid of certain chemicals but
yes. I feel like that would be not safe to happen. Or I feel like that's the age where we're all in like those virtual reality glasses like Ready Player One.
True. True. But genuinely, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Everyone that's been passing through, tuning in, interacting with us here in the chat. We really, really appreciate it. You guys are the best. No matter where you're tuning in from out of the galaxy, thank you for watching Cantina Social Hour. Be well, be safe. May the force be with you. Have a great weekend. We will see you next week. Same time, same place. Peace out, everybody. Bye.
Thank you very much.